Good morning, Rodney.
Morning, Keith. What's happening?
Hey,
It's time.
I'm here with you right now.
It's
That's
time
what's
for another.
happening.
It's time for another chronicle. That is indeed exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
And today we're going to talk about managing email, how we manage email, and how we use our management of email to make ourselves more efficient and effective and efficacious and effervescent and
Yes.
extraneous.
Get it, Reverend. Get it.
What? How do you manage your email?
Oh, well, first I'm Keith.
Well, I mean, I figured that because we said it at the beginning. But hi, I'm Rodney.
We didn't. But but this is the 5:30 Daily Chronicle, right?
It's the Chronicle.
Yeah, where we chronicle our attempts at managing our attempts at building two businesses, raising of two children each, having jobs, having hobbies to try to maximize the life that we live and the success that we want to gain out of it. So hopefully you gain something from this. Now, email, how do I manage? It's funny. So email used to be, and has been for a really long time, like the thing that I've managed my business because of the first job I got in this whole crazy sales business. Email was the thing.
Well, because that's like the primary way a lot of people communicate in corporations.
Yeah. And what I have, I have different ways of how I efficiently manage the intake of email.
Do you like triage it? Well, we can get into that.
I do. Yeah, we can get into that. Yeah. But more importantly, at least for me in this time of broader endeavor, right? Email is actually a hindrance to effective focus.
Preach.
For me. So I have, and it could be because the job and everything that we're doing, it doesn't have as high of an email demand. So, I'm super sensitive to that, where people do have a high email demand. But at the end of the day, like if I look at, executives and people who actually have to work on business rather than in business, right? Which we were told by our coach, we need to work on our business, not in our business. Everybody gets a lot of email. And I have had over a decade of email being like the thing that I do. So I'm always on it on my phone. I'm always responding. You said it yesterday, using it as I am. I've always used it in a form of direct, quick response email. And what I've realized, like, I just can't scale that. I can't keep that up and work on the business and endeavors and things that I want in life. So I have allocated time. I took this from you. I allocate time to check my email. I allocate time to do dedicated work that would ultimately include email checking. And then when I'm focused on something else, let's say I'm writing a script or I'm prospecting or whatever it is, I'm focused on that and I'm not checking the intake of the email. And it has been liberating, especially at night. I don't check my email at night as much either.
So basically, you're saying you have set times in the day where you check your email, and when you're not checking your email, you're not checking your email.
I'm not checking my email. I still look at
the basic level. I want to get into your triage in a second, but I want to, I have some general rules for email.
Yeah.
Like, I don't look, I guess in general, I try not to look at my phone for the first hour of the day. I definitely don't check email for the first hour of my day. I'll look at my calendar sometimes just to make sure I don't miss a meeting. That's never happened. But
we'll talk about calendaring tomorrow. How's that?
Oh no! Oh god!
We'll talk about the reverse of this situation on email. Yeah.
I do not. So I don't look at email for at least the first hour of the day, and then in general, you kind of alluded to it. Like I don't see value in email. Like it's so rare that something like a deal gets closed or a pivotal decision gets made in email. Usually it's in a conversation or, it happens in email. It's just the percentage of time is so low that I don't put a high priority on email. And because I've done this for so long, I've done this for so many years that people know if they really need me for something to call me or to text me, and I'll get to the email. It's just not, I don't have a 2-hour rule. like some people have like a 30-minute rule. Like, because what I found is when I had that high priority on email, like, oh, everything's got to be touched in 2 hours. I just lived in my inbox. Like my entire day, I wasn't working. I was responding to and writing emails, which really breaks down to I was doing stuff that other people wanted me to do, not doing stuff that was actually going to affect the outcomes that I was looking for in business. Like, what did this project that I need to work on or want to work on need to do next? What did this sales proposal need me to do next? What did, whatever it is, like, what did I need to be doing? What did I want to do for personal development? Like, people are like, oh, I don't have enough. Like, Rodney, you read so many books. How do you have so much time during the day? Well, I set aside time each day.
Yeah.
Outside of the time where I'm in a car in LA traffic. Like, I know everybody doesn't have that. Like, I get to listen to a lot of books then. Like, that's kind of cheating. But those are my like basic rules for email. And then like I schedule time in the day, and I'm curious, like, do you prioritize mail when it comes in? Do you prioritize like how you're going to respond and when you're going to respond?
Yeah, like I used to triage my email significantly. Like it would come in and I would put it in a series of different inboxes so I could keep my primary inbox clean. Because if there's one thing I hate in an email, it's a scroll bar.
Really?
I
you mean
hate
just
it.
like when you see your inbox, like you like inbox zero. We're all searching for inbox zero, right?
Yeah, exactly. So the scroll bar is my zero, right? And then within that, I'll just pay attention to it depending on how narrow it gets. But so I used to triage a lot, and I still use a lot of that system, and I file emails a lot because I like to stay organized, and I just don't like sprawl because I don't like to forget to do things. But at the same time, so in that, but like to your point, I still check my email and I'll look at it, and I probably mentally triage a lot better than I used to, where I used to, like, if I got an email, I had to respond right away. And to your point, like that's what gets in the way of working on the things that need to be done, especially in this world of balancing the things that we're balancing. Like I look at an email and go, okay, that's got a 24-hour SLA on it now, right? Whereas I used to, everything was less than 2 hours. And so then you live in your inbox because you got so much intake, and you end up missing out on opportunity. And it's not to diminish the importance of email, right? Like, and it's not to say, don't respond quickly, but
that SLA is not always internal. Like a lot of it's cultural, depending on where you work as well.
That's fair.
Which is a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. We'll tune into the Strive with in 30 to 60 days when we get that channel up and running about corporate culture, right? But like that's it. And I got to tell you, like a lot of this influence has been on you and how you manage email. I probably still keep up on it a little bit more than you do, but at the same time, like I try to keep my head out of it. So like right now, give me 6 months ago, you and I recording this video, my head would be in my inbox rather than in this conversation.
Like you would be thinking about what's in your inbox.
Yeah, and then I would immediately go to my email rather than doing the next thing that needs to get done. So, yeah.
And I feel like similar to you, like I can scan my email and like I know if I have something going on, like I have a big deal or an approval that I'm waiting
important
for, like I'll check for those things. It's not like I'm not allowed to touch my email except for the 3 times a day I've scheduled. But that's the other thing I do. I have a delay on my email. So when I respond to emails, I think my delay right now is, I gotta check, I think it's 16 minutes that my email goes out. Now I have a way to override it. I have a thing I can type in my email to make it go out immediately if it needs to go out. But in general, it doesn't need to go out. It's kind of a nice check to ask yourself that, like, does this have to go out now? And the reason I do that is so that I can check my messages, respond to the ones I need to, close my email window, my Outlook window, and go on to work without people responding to the messages that I just sent and me feeling like I need to then respond again.
Respond right away, yeah.
Because that's a
loop, right?
That vicious cycle of just respond, wait. And you get to the end of the day, I would get to the end of the day and it's like, I didn't get anything done. I didn't get shit done. I just responded to email. And I think there's a trap in that because from a human brain standpoint, like you're checking a box. Every time you send an email, you've done something.
You release that bit of serotonin that gives you a bit of an accomplished gratification, right?
But it's so fake because you didn't do shit. You
didn't do anything.
You just sent an email. Like okay, 25% of the time you did something. Like yes, I approve that. Sign it. Like,
but I think my final thought on this, just in this transition, because I am a person that would have watched this video a year ago and said, you don't know. Like,
you don't know my life.
Too important. Email is too important. But now that I've done it and I do it more and more, it's like, like these things, you just start seeing the results. Like, I just got a whole bunch of stuff that I needed to get done. And that email, I'll respond to it 8 hours later, gets the same response from the other end than it did if I had sent it 20 minutes later. Right. Unless, as you said, it was urgent, it was pressing, and you know that you need to get back to it. Yeah.
And that's another thing too. Like, people will know. Like, if they send something urgent, you didn't respond, they learn next time if it's urgent, then they should put that in the email or in the subject. Like, use the tools that we have. It's fun. Yeah. So let's ask them a question. You wanna drop the question for today?
I mean, no.
No, he doesn't. Okay, I'll do it. Do you, in the comments, do you triage your email?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
There you go. Yes or no. All right. The Daily Chronicle. We out.